Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do something today that we've never done before.
I'm Kimberly.
I'm James.
We're Camper Size Living. We are getting ready to go down and meet with some friends that we met in Quartzsite and do a collaboration video.
Yeah, we've never done that before. So I think what it's going to kind of look like is they're going to ask us some questions, kind of a little interview. We'll put a link to their video down below, and then we're going to ask them some questions and have a little fun with a lightning round.
That's right.
Sort of a would you rather.
They don't know it yet.
They don't know that part. Yeah, sneak attack. So, all right, come along. Let's go see how this works. All right, guys, so we're here with Aaron and Jeanette, Traveling Pisces.
Hey guys.
Guess you don't need to introduce yourselves this time.
You know what? I'm sitting here holding back saying, hey there, my Traveling Pisces peeps.
What's up, fam?
What's your intro?
Hey there, my Traveling Pisces peeps.
What's up, fam?
Nice, nice. Yeah, the other day we were getting ready to close out a video, and Autumn said "ciao," and I was like, "No, you can't say it. That's copyright."
Well, it was just because we were like going to California. And it's like a
Right, we
bougie
were
thing
going
to
to
say.
California,
Yeah.
so she-
We do it all the time, like with the cameras rolling, but we edit it out. Like certain people that we watch all the time, we end up like throwing their little stuff in,
Right.
and we're like, you better edit
Yeah,
that.
edit it out. Edit it out. We're not
We
trying
don't
to steal
care.
it. All right, so we've got a series of questions for you, and then we've got a little
Oh, no.
surprise question thing at the end. So,
Okay.
Ruh-roh. Are you ready?
All right. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get through these unscathed.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh, how's our?
And then there was light.
Should we start over? How's our? Should we start the whole thing over? All right, so the auto lights just came on around the pool, so we got some new lighting, so we're gonna get this going.
All right. So, how did you guys come up with the idea to start full-time RVing?
Oh, we stole it.
Yeah, totally.
We stole the idea.
From our son,
Yeah.
our youngest son, he came to us one day and said that when he graduated from school, he wanted to buy a van, go van life, and we told him he was out of his mind. He was going to get arrested. He couldn't do that. You're not allowed to sleep in your van.
Right.
Are
He's
you
like-
crazy?
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to
Yeah.
convert it, and I'm going to live in it, I'm going to travel the country. We're like, dude, you're crazy. Nobody does that. What are you thinking?
Yes.
I might just go ahead and call the police for you right now because you're going to jail.
Yeah.
And then when he left the room, we just started researching. It was like, we
We're
went
like,
on
wait a
YouTube. It was
minute.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait,
People are really doing
this?
this.
There's this whole community out there.
But then we realized that we couldn't do a van. A van was just too small for us. So we said we got to go a little bit bigger than a van.
Yeah.
And so, what are you traveling?
But now we're in a 33-foot Class C motorhome.
Wow.
And that still might be just a little tad bit big for us.
Yeah. I mean, when we first started out, we still had Dimitri with us. And then we liked the idea of if any of our other 3 kids wanted to join us, there was room for them. And our daughter did join us for a little bit, which was really cool in California. So we had a lot of fun with that. And it was her and Dimitri at the same time. But since Dimitri went back to Florida, it's kind of like, oh, we got a little bit more room here than we
Yeah.
really need.
And my motto is if you don't make them comfortable, they won't stay very long.
Right.
Yeah. If anybody comes to visit us now since Jake left, they're going to be up on a shelf. So with the laundry. So you guys have a pretty fun story about how you sort of announced your launch
Yeah.
with full-time RVing. Can you tell everybody about how that went down?
We decided we wanted to start our full-time travel at mile marker 0 in Key West. You know, figured we were going to go all over the U.S. So let's make that the starting point. So we decided to go on Facebook Live and announce it. We put up there that we were going to go.
Yeah.
We had a big,
We had
huge,
a-
life-changing announcement.
We had a big announcement, and people were trying to guess what this announcement could be. We heard the craziest things like, "Oh, are you guys pregnant?"
No.
Or it was just crazy,
Yeah.
crazy ideas. But we just let them know the real deal. And hey, you know what? We were going on the road full time, and for the most part, they were all very supportive in our
Yeah.
decision to do that.
Did
So-
anybody have a clue that's what you were going to
No.
do?
No, not at
No,
all.
not at
Not
all.
the least. They thought she was gonna be pregnant.
Yeah. I had
So-
several people like, "Oh, are you pregnant?" I'm like, "No way."
with 3 grown kids and
Yeah,
one
4.
almost.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
Oh, I'd have a
I
heart
was like, no,
attack.
I know. Yeah, our youngest was 18 at the time. I was like, no.
That is fun.
But
That's
it
great.
happens, you know.
Not pressing rewind.
No.
Sorry.
Were you nervous about making that announcement?
Not so much nervous, and I think that most people that know us know that we've never kind of like
Yeah.
lived in, you know, the square box of what
Right.
everybody else does. You know, we've always kind of like, at least me so much, I've kind of been a free spirit.
Yeah, and I think that if you know Pisceans, you know, they're by nature, they're more
Yeah.
free-spirited people. They just kind of do things on the whim, and sometimes we don't think things through all the time, which is maybe not the best.
And you're both Pisces.
Right,
it's
and
like,
we're both
so it's like
Pisces, yeah.
it's like really like, hey, let's go do this, and she's like, okay, let's go.
So you guys
So
are
no
a
one
ton
to
of fun.
no one to balance me out here. So
That's awesome.
How has full-time RVing met your expectations versus reality? So as you're preparing, you had it in your mind it was going to be this way. Has it been pretty accurate, or what surprised you?
For the most part, I would say that I kind of thought at first going into this small little space, you know, we're looking at less than 300 square feet, that we were going to be at each other's throats all the time.
That it
Right.
wasn't going to last very long.
You know,
because-
because arguing and
Right.
just carrying on because of being in a small space. And not at all. I mean, it actually made our relationship a lot stronger, a lot tighter. I mean, I'm with this chick out 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
room to breathe or anything. So
Yeah, I mean that's one thing that if you guys don't love one another and get along before, like when you're at sticks and bricks and you've got separate lives going to work and you know this, that, and the other, if you don't get along then
right,
you're definitely not going to get along being, you know,
Yeah.
in such small quarters.
Sort of more reveals what's happening
Yeah,
versus
it really
changing
is.
what's happening.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
So, looking back on your journey so far, how long have you been traveling?
11 months.
yep, almost a year.
Almost
Year.
your first year nomadiversary.
In
Wow.
March, you know, the month of Pisces. That's when we
Nice.
started out, was for our birthday. So
So
Go back
after
and watch that video.
yeah.
yes, yes, we'll put links to their channel in down below, and it is Pisces, Pices,
No.
Pisces.
P-I. Wait.
Pisces. Don't worry, everybody
Not
gets
the
it.
traveling
Pisces.
pieces.
Not the pieces. Pisces.
There you go.
Traveling Pisces. Okay. Looking back on after traveling for almost a full year now in full-time RVing, what advice would you have for somebody that's thinking about doing it?
I mean, if you're really thinking about doing it, and I know I'm a Pisces, but just do it. I mean, if you want to try something, try it. You never know if you're going to enjoy it or not, and it's not permanent. You know, it's
Right.
if you don't like it, okay, then you go back to sticks and bricks and go back to living and going to that
Right.
job that you go to every day and you do that same
The risks
thing
are
every
pretty
day.
minimal.
Yeah.
And I would say that, you know, there's never going to be a perfect time. The stars are
Right.
not going to align,
That's
and
true.
everything's going to line up just
That's
right.
true.
If you're waiting for everything just to line up perfectly, or you're waiting till you retire, or you're waiting till the kids graduate, or if you're waiting to you get your bonus and check and all that stuff, it's never going to get done. So, like she said, you just got to go out there and do it, and you know, take a leap of faith is what I say.
Not just that, I think one of the biggest things that we hear from people about wanting to travel full time is that, oh, well, I can't do that because of my job. But
Right.
you guys, as well as us, has found, you know, we work full time and you find there are jobs out there that are seasonal jobs and jobs that allow you to travel, and they cater to people that travel
Right.
full time and work
Right.
full time.
And you know, you also learn that you don't need as much when you're on the road
Absolutely.
traveling. So you know that big 72-inch TV that you have in your living room now, you don't need that on the road.
All
And,
those
you know,
fancy dishes.
You don't need them.
A 40-inch in an RV looks like a
It
72-inch.
Sure
looks
does.
like a big screen TV.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the big question. These guys do like food reviews and every Wednesday, right?
Yes,
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday they put
Well,
out.
not every Wednesday, but we
The
try to
majority
do
of
it every
every
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
But the segment is called Where We Eating Wednesday. So we try to showcase where we're eating on that Wednesday.
Yes. So we had the opportunity. I'll put a little photograph right here, so that when they are on the Food Network
Right.
with their reviews, we can say, hey, we went to do a review with them. They took us to a burger joint the other day that had 35 like beef burgers and then like a total of like 50
Yeah.
different kinds of burgers.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So
They
that
were
was awesome.
ridiculous.
So these are legit foodies, food reviewing folks. Here's the big question.
All right. Where has been your favorite place to eat?
That's a loaded question. I mean, I think that's like asking, what's the purpose of life? I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, we've been so many places and had
So many great
so
restaurants,
many
yeah.
great meals.
That have like unique things, like our burger, the
Yeah.
Cathedral City burger. I mean, that was the most unique burger I've ever had, and it was
Right.
delicious.
That thing was an experience. I was sweating.
It was, yeah, it was
I'm-
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a really tough question. I mean, it really kind of go off what the mood was and things like that.
Mhm.
But
Right.
I did think of the one. If I had to like pick, if I knew today was the last day that I had to eat something, what did I want to eat? I figured out which restaurant it was. Not necessarily because it's the best meal I've ever had, but it was a compilation of the
Experience.
food and the surroundings and
Yeah.
everything.
So she's gonna say Hell's Kitchen.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No. No.
So next we're gonna play the dating game.
Oh we're good at that. We're good at that because I finished his
I just knew
sentence.
she was gonna say, okay,
No.
where is it then?
And we didn't do a video on it because this was before we start. No, it's
Go
before we
thinking.
started doing videos. But when we got married, we honeymooned in Puerto Rico. That's a whole other story of how we ended up in Puerto Rico because we missed our cruise. But that's a whole other story. Yeah. So we ended up there. We ended up staying on the island, and we traveled the island. And some locals told us about a restaurant, their favorite restaurant, and it was called La Parilla. And
La Maria.
La Parilla, see? Yes. And they had this meal, and so every time we go back to Puerto Rico, we have to go there.
Yeah.
My favorite meal is in a pineapple, and it's
That's a good start.
It was served in a pineapple.
It's
I mean,
served
they
in a
pour out the
pineapple.
pineapple and
and it has this like almost fried rice, but it's yellow. I don't even know what kind of, but it's cooked in coconut milk, and it has shrimp in it, and chunks of pineapple, and peas, and curry, and it was just like this explosion of all these different flavors.
Wow.
And then to boot, it was right there on this little local beach that didn't have a lot of people, so you got the scene. So if I had to choose
that
one
was
thing,
pretty good.
it would be that.
All right.
It would be
So you guys got to go back there so that we can see a review of that
Yes,
place, too.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes. So we'll be going back to Puerto Rico here soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon, maybe this year.
After all your other world travels here in the next couple months.
Yeah, we got a few places we're going, so we're looking forward to the food.
Yeah.
We're definitely foodies.
Yeah. So
You can't see it because I'm sitting down with his belly's nice and big.
that's what the black t-shirt's for, right? So what would you say would be your favorite?
Hello.
You do.
Yeah, so I think that's a really tough question. But I think I probably can narrow it down to Hell's Kitchen in Las Vegas. I mean,
That's a good one.
that just the total experience was an amazing experience. The
It
food.
was phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times, and I don't know about you, but a lot of times, you hear about like celebrity restaurants and things like that, and they never turn out to be what you think.
Right.
This one was so much more than what we thought it would be.
That's the
It
type of
was-
restaurant
that
that if
food was
you
just-
order something, you never want to order that item anywhere else in the world because you know it's not going to live up to
Right.
what you had. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what'd you order?
Well, she had the beef Wellington,
Wellington.
and I had the short ribs.
And then we had the seafood risotto or the scallop, and we had
Seafood
and we
risotto.
had
lobster
the
risotto. Was it lobster?
lobster risotto,
Lobster
and then
risotto.
we also had scallops too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
See what
and
I'm
then
saying? You see what I'm saying?
And then we have a video on it, but you should see this. Because he's not much of a drinker.
We'll
but
link the Hell's Kitchen
Yeah.
video down below too.
They had this drink. It was what a
Smoke on the
smoky-
Boulevard.
Smoke on the Boulevard.
And it came out in a case, a
This
smoky
case.
case. So when you
It had
opened up the
smoke.
door, it's smoke and everything came out of the case.
Wow.
There was a cherry wood, I believe it was.
It was ridiculous. It was.
It was a drink?
It was a drink. It was a scotch.
Yeah.
No, was it a scotch or whiskey? One of the two.
I don't know.
It was
I don't
it
know
was
what
their
it-
take on an old
Old
fashioned.
fashioned, yeah. So I
It
don't know
was-
whatever
it
old
was-
fashioned, but it was.
It was good.
That sounds like a heck of an evening.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, the presentation, the service, the right down to the details. You
Yeah.
know, the silverware, the napkins.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. We saved up for that.
Oh
one.
yeah,
That was
Right.
that was.
yeah.
That's
That's
not
just a
every
normal.
Wednesday.
That's just like a normal
Yeah.
Wednesday.
I
That
mean,
was a
That's
special
a whole
one.
Yeah,
event.
Yeah, but that was that was like a once in a lifetime kind of we got to do this thing.
Yeah.
But
It was the most expensive I think that we've
Yeah.
ever spent on just a meal for the two of
Right.
us. But it was
That's fun.
It was so worth it.
Maybe someday when we get rid of Autumn, Kimberly and I will do that too. I'm just kidding, Autumn. Okay.
Wait, what'd you say? She want everybody to do.
She got her earbuds, so she can't hear it anyhow.
What happened?
Nothing.
So-
you watch back and you'll see.
Oh, gosh.
So anyway, we want to have a little fun at the end here. So we're going to do a little lightning round.
So,
Oh,
Autumn is going to ask a question, and we have to answer the first, like, quickly. The first thing that comes to mind. Yes.
It's sort of like, so for example, hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, so that's the idea.
Okay.
All right?
Are we just all at once just say what we're thinking?
I think so. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you want to do it?
That's
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
No
because if you
rules.
do it, if you go in a row, then each person gets a chance
Yeah,
to think
Yeah,
about it.
no,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Let's go. Ooh, wait, do we win something?
A free appearance on Camper Size Living YouTube channel.
We're gonna
Soak
win
in the
this.
hot tub.
Yes.
Okay. First question: dogs or cats?
Dogs. Oh, we're all dogs. Okay.
Good. Okay. Mountains or oceans?
Oceans.
Ocean.
Ooh, oceans. I love the mountains.
I
Oceans.
surprisingly, I said mountains earlier. Instant Pot or Blackstone?
Blackstone.
Well, we don't have a Blackstone.
I was
so-
gonna say, what is a blackstone? I don't know what that is.
It's a
Griddle.
griddle.
Oh yeah, we don't have
Maybe
it.
we
Oh,
need
you
to do
mean
a
like a
video
cast
on the
iron
Blackstone.
Yeah.
Like a
But
cast iron
no,
griddle?
well, it's like a griddle at Waffle House,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
But we
yeah,
have one at our campsite. It's about that big,
Oh.
Okay.
right? And then it's propane burners, but it's a steel flat top griddle.
It's amazing.
Oh my
Dad,
gosh.
keyword:
Okay.
lightning.
Right.
Fast.
Oh,
Lightning,
sorry.
stir
Forgot
fry, whatever, eggs, bacon. You can do a whole pack of bacon.
Oh, we're gonna have to come over and see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. Going out or staying in?
Going out.
Staying
Staying
in.
in.
Yeah. I'm an introvert too. I guess it's your fault. Okay. Phone call or text?
Text.
Phone call.
Text.
Come
Like-
on.
Phone call. Phone call.
Depends on who it is.
If it's a text, it's probably going to be thumbs up.
iPhone.
Right.
Okay. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Android. Are you guys all iPhone?
Or iPhone.
iPhones are so inferior.
Motorola's. Okay.
iPhones are so inferior to Androids.
Gosh.
Boondocking or full hookups?
Boondocking. Wow, y'all. Look at
I'm
you.
torn. You know I'm
This
torn
is a
between
tough
that
I
one.
love boondocking.
one. I mean, I like boondocking, but sometimes I need to have
Yeah.
power.
Hot tubs.
Oh, I need to have power.
I think if I had to choose, it'd be full hookups.
Yeah.
I'll go boondocking. I love the
mountains
freedom of
and
it.
then being on the beach and hardly
Right.
anybody around.
And I think
you
it
can
has-
do this
yeah.
all the time.
It depends on
but-
where we're boondocking too. So I was
Right.
kind of
Right.
So, like your greatest boondocking spot or your greatest resort?
My greatest boondocking spot was Magnolia Beach in Texas.
Yeah, we had
Loved
the
it.
flu. We had the flu when we were there.
But if you had to
So-
have the flu, at least you had it
That's
there.
That's what she said!
Of course.
My favorite boondocking place was probably Quartzsite. I
Yeah.
really had a good time at Quartzsite.
Yeah.
Favorite
Quartzsite's
park
good.
is Lake Conroe in Texas. Thousand Trails.
Okay,
keep
I have
hearing
friends
about
that
That
are
is
there.
the
Yeah.
best Thousand Trails park that we've ever been in.
You been to Orlando?
We've been to
To-
the
Orlando Thousand Trails?
not. We've been to the one that was it. Is it Claremont? Which
Yeah,
one?
that's the one.
Yeah, we went to that one.
Yeah.
It was okay, but when we were there, they put us in the corner. We were up like in the rustic
Oh,
area
yeah.
with the trees and no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And we was only there for like the weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't there very long.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, but Thousand Trails, Lake Conroe.
Yeah, we'll have to check that one out. All right, next question.
We're done.
Oh,
Oh, that's it?
man, that went fast.
All right.
Lightning.
Wait,
So if
7.
you like this video, make sure you hit the like button.
Subscribe.
subscribe,
And
leave a comment.
by all means, as you can tell, these guys are a ton of fun. They're good people. We have enjoyed the time that we've had with them. We met them in Quartzsite
Yeah.
and then ran into each other right here at the pool
Yeah.
in Palm Springs, California. So
Yeah.
That's a
And
good part of life.
a few minutes later, we would have just missed one another.
Right.
Yep.
They were leaving out, we were walking in, and we were like, "Wait a minute!"
We were forced to get back in the hot tub. So.
Darn.
What a fun life.
Sacrifices.
Arm
Yeah.
twisting going on here.
But yeah, check out their channel, Traveling Pisces. They got great food reviews, RVing,
Aw,
cruise videos.
Cruise
Cruise
videos.
videos.
Yeah. All things travel related. We like to travel. We like to
Scuba
eat.
diving, because we like to, we scuba dive.
Yeah.
Yeah. All kinds. Just
Awesome.
a little mishmash of
Awesome.
life.
Yep. All right.
All right, guys. If you like the videos, like, subscribe, share them with your friends, and we'll catch up with you next time.
Ciao
Bye.
for now.
You can leave it.